ran round 8 here in Newcastle, and it's been, well, Prescott's been dangerous throughout the fight, but he's on our card, he's trailing by a mile. Mitchell just outboxing him. I think we've seen enough of Prescott to realise that he is dangerous though, Colin, isn't it?
Still a long way to go.
Yeah, this is going to be a good win if Mitchell does get over the line. I think Prescott's shown us enough tonight to, for this to be a good victory for Kevin Mitchell. Remember, the WBO lightweight title is held by Michael Katsidis. No stranger to these shores. He was involved in a thriller with Graham Earl at Wembley. It was a couple of years ago on an Amir Khan undercard. And that was an absolute classic. Body shot there from Prescott, and a right hand as well. That clipping right hand. That was the.
And Mitchell stood still then for the first time in the fight, and got caught with 3 shots.
Back he comes with a double left, including one to the body.
Jab again off Prescott. It's a fantastic jab. That you see it register straight away when it lands.
A better round this for Breidis Prescott. And Mitchell's gum shields come out, I think.
Mitchell seems to be working that body a little bit more. There's plenty of body to work with, so Mitchell seems to be going for that body a little bit more.
It certainly is. Mitchell just misses with the right hand.
I think Prescott's had more success in this round than he's had since the beginning of the fight.
He has, but it's still good from Mitchell. And he's just forced to hold on inside. A good right hand from Mitchell. Sorry, on the break. A minute left of this 8th round. Mitchell just trapped on the ropes, doesn't want to be there. This is where the stamina comes into play, all those miles and miles and miles of road work you do, all the sparring too. It's important, isn't it, Ryan, for Kevin to keep on his bike.
Very important.
See
very
that?
important.
He swung a right and then a left, and Mitchell ducked under both of them and went sailing over his head.
His defensive work's been at A1 today. He's rolling under each punches. Look at this, fantastic work by Mitchell as he gets Prescott on the ropes.
And Mitchell hears the crowd roar. He doesn't want to take too many risks though. You can't quite tell whether Prescott's just playing possum. I don't think he's there for the taking yet. And Mitchell just again does enough to nick the round. Prescott beginning to look something of a broken man as he goes back to his corner.
As he heads back to that corner, he's got his head down, he sits down in a slump. He's not a happy chappy at the minute.
2/3 of the way through the fight. And Kevin Mitchell's well on course for victory. You see some pictures backstage of Dimitri Salita just warming up ahead of his big clash with Amir Khan. And it was Khan, of course, who lost in just 50-odd seconds to Breidis Prescott. Kevin Mitchell has done much better than Khan. He's on course here for victory. Ahead on our card. I imagine he'd be ahead on the 3 judges at ringside.
Second round, round 9.
He should be.
But here we go, round 9. More of the same from Mitchell. Or can Prescott do some damage? Just a quiet 30 seconds there to open the round, and that would suit Kevin Mitchell, I think. It's up to Prescott really to try and force the pace now. He's behind on the cards, we think.
I know Kevin will be growing in confidence, but I just hope he don't try and change his game plan and think that he could, take Prescott out right now. I hope he sticks to his game plan, do exactly what he's doing, counter punching as Prescott comes on and throws his big shots. Just like that, and roll off and move away. Brilliant by Mitchell.
just it's a brilliant boxing display, isn't it, this evening, Colin?
Excellent, excellent boxing.
It's funny how different fights please in different ways. Sometimes you can have a real quality tear-up, and it's a thriller and everyone goes home happy. Other times you just want to see an artist at work, don't you? And that can be equally as compelling and equally as watchable. The puzzle tonight for Kevin Mitchell was how to beat a big puncher, a man with a big reach and height advantage, and it'd be dangerous from the off. At the moment he's managed him to unlock the puzzle. He's got the key to it so far, and probably only 3.5 rounds away from victory.
You notice that Prescott's not storming forward anymore like he was, or swinging as many punches as he was.
No, he's slowed right down, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I think the pace is set early on. I think it's telling now.
Well, it's being made to miss, and frustration sets in. He then gets a cut, and Mitchell, is sort of countering him.
He's almost tamed the beast, hasn't he, at the moment?
Well, just then he was sort of not trapped in a corner, but he had his back to a corner, and Prescott let him get out without mounting an attack.
Yep.
So he must be feeling, feeling it in his legs as well, because he has done a lot of chasing.
Solid left hand from Kevin Mitchell, probably the best punch of the round. Ooh, from the crowd. Last 10 seconds here of this, the 9th round. A closer round.
Yeah, but
Mitchell's probably done enough though, hasn't he, Colin?
what has Prescott landed? Hardly anything.
Another round to Mitchell from
I mean, I could be completely wrong with this scoring, but I cannot give Prescott anything.
Mitchell just raised his hand there as he went back to the corner, waved to the crowd. And I imagine the confidence is rising. Noticeable as well at the start of the fight, the breaks between the rounds. Prescott was in Mitchell's face. There was a bit of afters after the first round, and I think maybe the second or third as well. Now Prescott just goes back to his corner, as quiet as a lamb. He's resigned to his fate.
He's still working on the cut, but I didn't see any blood. I haven't seen any blood for a couple of rounds now from that eye.
Seems to have stopped the bleeding pretty well and done really well in the corner with a cut.
Here we go, round 10.
Shame it's not a 10-rounder, isn't it?
Mitchell would be delighted, wouldn't he?
Mind you, we're supposed to be impartial here.
He has been 12 a couple of times before, Kevin Mitchell, when he won the Commonwealth title against George Ashey. 12 that night, a couple of...
I think Ryan will tell us, I mean, as you get tired, your power goes, is that right, Ryan?
Yeah, your power's not always, especially when you're getting tired as well, and when you do try and chuck your power shots, you leave your defences open as well. So this is probably the most important, apart from the first 3 rounds. This is probably the most important last couple of rounds for Mitchell, because obviously his tight's kicking in now. Prescott's still winging them powerful shots in and could take Mitchell out at any time.
He still looks dangerous, doesn't he, Breidis, Prescott?
He does, but Mitchell still looks strong.
He does. There's maybe just a hint in this round that Mitchell's just slowing down a little bit. Well, Prescott maybe getting a bit of a second wind as well.
There's a certain amount of tension in there when you know that
absolutely.
The fella's throwing bombs at you and you've got to make sure they don't land.
And add to that it's the biggest fight of your
got caught with a left hook then. Fortunately, he rode the punch, but I think Prescott's moving forward now because Mitchell has taken a bit of a breather. Either he's taken a breather or he's run out of gas a bit himself.
Well, often the 9th and 10th rounds can be tough, can't they? Because you're that far away from the finishing line.
They can be the turning point in any fight, no matter who you are. The 9th and the 10th round, you're going to feel the pace, no matter who you are. And just obviously we're just getting into the 10th round now, and Kevin does look like he's slowing down a little bit. He's not on his toes as much. Prescott's stoking and stoking.
I don't think Presscott can do much about it now, you know.
Well, that's the problem for him, isn't it? That there's, his stamina's beginning to fade a little bit as we go into the championship rounds down the stretch.
Now that was interesting. They got
Prescott
into a
holding.
clinch, and Mitchell was strong enough to push him back.
Yep. Good jab that from Kevin Mitchell now. Oh, Prescott backed up again. Prescott just turns his left shoulder. Crowd likes it. Oh, Mitchell wobbled.
Good left hook there by Prescott. Mitchell needs to keep under wraps, keep boxing and moving like he's doing now.
Mitchell you can almost see him telling himself there to get back on your bike, get moving. Mitchell cannot underestimate Prescott for a second. That's the danger as well. If Mitchell ever thinks that Prescott's hurt, just wonder if Prescott's playing possum, trying to draw Mitchell in. Back comes Mitchell. Opens up the cut again. And the boos there are because Prescott almost...
I thought Prescott won that round.
Yeah,